borrow $1.3 million on both these houses. I refinanced this one house over and over again. As I was refinancing it, one of the title companies called the original title company to get the original HUD. The HUD I had given them showed that I paid cash. They get the original HUD. It shows there's a mortgage. So they know the document I gave them was false. So they end up calling Washington Mutual. They tell Washington Mutual who had the first mortgage on it. Now keep in mind, by this point, they've also done a search. Washington Mutual knows that they're in second position. They know there's a mortgage ahead of them. Gary Sullivan's phone rings. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. The phone rings and he's like, hey, this is whatever, Todd, I'm a, lawyer with Washington Mutual. I'm like, yeah, Todd, what's up? He's like, we were contacted by this title company. They discovered our loan on the property. There's another mortgage in front of ours and we're supposed to be in first position. This is an issue. So I'm wondering how this happened and what we're going to do about it. I said, you haven't contacted anybody, the authorities yet, have you? And he goes, no, not yet, but that's my next call unless we can figure something out. I said, you know what, Todd, I'm going to go right now. I'm going to talk to my lawyer, which was in South Carolina. Let me call him. I'm going to call you back. I can pay you back. I said, if I pay you back, this doesn't need to go any further, does it? He goes, you can pay me back. It doesn't have to go any further. I said, give me an hour. Driving all the way back there. Called my corporate lawyer because they'd opened up a corporation where I was laundering money through opening bank account. I call him and he says, okay, listen, he said, my partner is a criminal defense attorney. So I'm going to set up a meeting real quick. By the time you get here, we'll both meet with you. I said, okay. So I meet with them. I walk in, I sit down, I say, hey, they go, okay, Gary, what's going on? Washington Mutual just figured out that there's a mortgage in front of them and they want me to pay them off. Okay. Well, you said there's also a couple mortgages behind them too. And I said, yes, but they don't know about those. They go, okay, so can you pay off the first mortgage? I said, yes, but I need you to call him and get him to say in writing that they're not going to contact the authorities, that this is, he goes, well, why would they? It's a creative financing error. He calls up. He says, listen, Gary said he can pay you off. So I go to the bank and I get the money. I come back there. Well, wait a minute. There's an issue. You've still got multiple mortgages on these. We're going to have to pay these back. I said, no, I'm not going to pay them back. And he goes, well, what if they find out that there's other mortgages on the property? I go, then I leave town. And he goes, Gary. He said, you can't just leave town. The FBI will find you. And I go, you're assuming my name is Gary Sullivan.